another of these. So basically what you see here is that these bendy bone handles, each one of these, this is the handle and handle for this bendy bone at the top, and the bottom the start handle for it at the bottom. But as you can see here, maybe it's a bit hard to see, let's just select the what matters for us. So as we can see here, the head or root of the bendy bone doesn't start at the tail of the handle, and it ends at the root of the other handle. So normally I would use the tail of the handle, but that will create a space gap between each bendy bone spline, at least regarding the bendy bones themselves. So the trick here is that in order to have this to work, we need to set the bendy bones here for the start handle to tangent. That means, I guess, that the bendy bone is tangent to, like, it's crossing the tail, so it's like tangent to the head, like this tangent here. This is how I interpret it, but maybe it's another idea. So basically, maybe it's some calculation that reaches this. So this is tangent, and if I placed automatic here or absolute, it will go crazy because it is crossing. So I believe that in relative, I don't know what it is. So I think it has to do with the distance of the head of the bendy bone, the root of the bendy bone, to the handle. So maybe automatic is for connected, so it's special. Only automatic, I think, has the connected parenting, so it doesn't require. There's only one situation I've seen that it requires, but doesn't import here. Absolute would be when the joint will be here. They join here. Now I'm using the start handle. This is the start handle. Mechanism spine 002, right? Mechanism spine 002. So this is the start handle. So then now this is absolute. Tangent apparently works like that. I'm not totally convinced. I think it shouldn't. But actually the rotation of the bendy bone might be different. Yeah, it changes. Why it changes? Because the tangent has more space for the bendy bone to be, so we can allocate it there, and the bone doesn't go crazy, like it doesn't twist like that. But now it's an absolute, so now this is wrong. Now it's tangent, the right setup. The bendy bone will still go crazy. No, it doesn't. This is new to me. So it's not about the it's not about crossing that. So this is, I didn't know, just learned. So, and relative, I don't know what it is about. I thought it would be on the middle, but apparently it's something else. Relative to maybe the z-axis of the bone, something like that. The rotations don't seem very clear. Looks like the handle could be anywhere. You see, it's not like that for the others. but then the curvature of the bendy bone looks very weird, right? Let's try to... There is some influence, but it's a little chaotic, so I don't know here relative, but absolute, so it needs to reach the head there, and in this case the tail is already too dangerous, so absolute would be more for this setup. And then automatic would be, okay, it's not happening, but if I connect parenting here, then I get this. Then it connects, of course, connects as for the absolute requirement, ideally. Then we have, okay, absolute, then we have tangent, no, relative, tangent, which would be that, if I'm not wrong, I connect it to the tail, or even beyond the tail, or maybe this is wrong, maybe, yeah, so absolute and tangent here seem to make no difference, so maybe tangent. However, in this case, absolute and tangent make a difference, right? So the absolute needs absolutely to not cross the head here, or actually, yeah, it's not, it crosses the middle of the bone apparently. Let's try. Now it's already go crazy, so this is the middle of the bone, it cannot reach the middle. Okay, it reaches as soon as I, yeah, okay, so this is not perfect, but you got the idea. So this could be, the absolute in principle would be here. And for the tangent, the best utility that I found actually is for this setup. I knew that some people, riggers, were doing this, but I didn't knew that the solution for that was because of the tangent. Now that works. So you can stack bones. Here we don't see very well, but so I'm stacking the bones without gap. And this is, depending on the setup, this is what we want. Yeah, in this case of the spine, I prefer to have this connected, the bendy bones. They are not connected, but they are right. But they are following this. They have the same length, or nearly the same of the, yeah, I broke the rig, but I'm not gonna save. They have the same length in principle of this control. So if there were the gap, the length will be different. It will make the rig much more complicated to handle, and because of the handles that don't handle the problem unless we get this relative thing. You see the length here and the length of the bendy bone is the same. So that's it. That was it for the last